Hi, my name is Erica LaShawn. Please like, share, and subscribe if you're new here. Welcome. If you're not new here, welcome. It's 1:20 p.m. It's Friday, September 8th. I'll be off on Thursdays and Fridays. But anyway, I want to talk about sexual harassment. Didn't take Mucinex. Oh my God. I want to talk about it or whatever. Let's talk about it. Sexual harassment. It's not funny. Hold on. It's not funny. I've been sexually harassed on my job. Okay, so um it's a thing. It's a real thing and it goes unnoticed and it goes okay. It's a thing. I've been sexually assaulted, se- uh, harassed. You can look. You can put any word you want. You can put any word you want. I've been through it. Wow. um. So sexual harassment. It shows up in ways that all right, so I can only speak for myself. Oh my God. I can only speak for myself with sexual harassment on my job. Um, whew. I'm off the cuff sometimes. I just like to talk. So bear with me. I have to compartmentalize as I speak. I wow. Sexual harassment. Now I need facts. It looks like it looks like all right, this is what it looked like. It looks like when you come into your job and your superior um looks at you in a way that is very uncomfortable. They'll say things that is inappropriate. You know it, right? So it's like, okay, no, it's not okay. Um, I learned the word leering. Leering. Oh, whatever. Leering. Leering. Looking is one thing. You can look at anybody. You can look at anything. Leering is something different. I'm doing something, sorry. Leering is something different. So when someone when it's a I learned this. Let me tell you how I learned this. I learned this because they made us go through a training about sexual harassment. You know why? Because it was happening. It was going down. It was going down. and they got us all together. They did it. It was going down. So that's how I learned about sexual harassment, leering. There are many different tactics that you may not be aware of. So anyway, all right. I just. All right. So, okay. Leering. I'm on sexual harassment. So the leering, it's a look. It's a look. It's a look. So that's one. Two, one time I had a supervisor and he just he called me baby at work. Okay? All right. And this is where well, I don't like that. I don't like that. I don't like that. Call me by my name. I'm not baby on this job. I'm not baby on this job. And you, I don't even remember your name. Like, I really don't even remember your name. Um, wow, I'm reliving. Okay. What you did was, I guess they needed more work or more workers or something like that. So, or maybe, I don't know. This supervisor called me. No, he didn't. Whoa. Okay, here we go. So I show up to work. He didn't. Mind you. So I show up to work and this male supervisor straight up was like, well, Miss Pitts, we called you, we want you to come in, whatever. I don't know. I don't even know what he wanted. And he said, y'all listen to people. Listen to them. They talk out their face. They talk out their face. They lie out their face. My supervisor said, "Well, Miss Pitts, we called you, and this is exactly what he said. He said, Miss Pitts, we called you, and I was like, uh-huh. Mind you, I'm a single woman in New York alone. I'm a single woman in New York. I'm just single, whatever. He said, Miss Pitts, I called you and somebody said that whatever lie, y'all. It's the lies for me, y'all. I'm telling y'all, it's the lies. You will hear many lies. Many. And look, side note. Side note. They will tell everybody that they did to you and you did it to them. It's crazy. Okay, let me regroup. So, these people will say things about you that they did to you. And they will tell everybody that you did it. Anyway, it's crazy. They crazy. Anyway, okay. All right, regroup. Okay. So, he was like, Miss Pitts, I tried to call you and okay, I'm back. He was like, they said that you couldn't come to the It was a whole lie. It was a whole lie, right? So my supervisor is telling me a whole lie. So I can't recall. Um, Basically, he was saying that he tried to call me, but somebody told him sign. I said, "Look, I'm ready." I was like, I'm. This was years ago. I'm really, really ready now. This back then. My supervisor was like, whatever. They couldn't reach me. And somebody said, that's what, it be a point. It be a point when somebody say something, I just be like, okay, boom. Okay, boom. You lying. Let's go. Okay. He was like, he said, somebody answered my phone. I guess somebody told him that I said this, that, and the third. I can't even remember. I said, really? I said, well, who did you speak to? I'm in New York alone. What? What? Let's go. Who did you speak to? Well, I think it was. This is an older dude with a motorcycle that rode his motorcycle to work. So you think you got it? You don't. You really don't. Okay, here we go. So what you? Okay, all right. I was like, who? I say who? Cause I keep to myself. So I'm like, really? I'm out here by myself. Who you speak to? Here we go. I said, well, who did you speak to? I don't know. Your mother, your brother. The lies. If you ever get a chance to watch somebody lie, it is phenomenal. I said, well, who did you speak to? Well, somebody said that you couldn't come, whatever. I said, what? He ain't say it like that, but that's what it sounds like to me. I said, well, I live by myself. I said, so no one answers my phone. I didn't get into the fact that, like, my family and friends, they all live in Michigan. We ain't talking about that. But you thought that you could play this card. Okay, here we go. I like to play. He was telling me that somebody answered my phone, y'all, and told him something. I was like, who? Who? Well, it was somebody. I said, whatever his name. I said, Mr. So and so. I said, I live alone. I said, I don't live with anybody. I said, I don't know who. I don't understand what you're saying. Now I'm talking to my superior. I'm like, I don't understand what you're saying. You called who? And talk to what? And then you called me baby, like, I don't like that either. When he called me baby, he was like, I'm sorry. Y'all, sexual harassment is real on the job. I'm laughing, but it's not funny. When I knew I was being sexually harassed at my job, I was on the toilet, like, for real. And I was just thinking, like, I don't like this. I don't like this feeling. I don't like leering. Let's get back to leering. There was another one. See, this wasn't. I felt like, oh my God. Excuse me. There was another one. He would stare at my breasts openly. So it's like, and he just was like, Miss Pitts, you Miss Pitts, oh my God. So when I was on the toilet, and I was thinking to myself, this is not right. I knew it. Okay, back to the other guy. This is all in the same job. We all in the same place. Whatever. When he tried to fake like he called me and spoke to someone, I'm out here by myself. Are you kidding me? Who did you speak to? Anyway, he spoke to somebody and somebody. I was like, yeah. I said, well, I live alone. I said, I live by myself. I said, so I don't know who you spoke to. He was backpedaling. I was standing there like, you too old, though. You kind of too old, though. Don't let me tell you. You kind of too old for this. You kind of too old to be playing these games. You kind of a little too old, a little bit. So you want to you in your mind, you're like, I'm still this. No, you're not. I couldn't believe it. I couldn't believe that my superior was trying to excuse me, mother. Excuse me, mom. I couldn't believe my superior was trying to mind fuck me right on the job. Sorry. It happens, okay? And I was like, well, that didn't happen. That really didn't happen. So he was like trying to tell me that he spoke to somebody for me. He tried it. And I was like, you're done. He was like, thank you, honk. But the look on his face was like, oh. Yeah, you tried it. And you called me baby the other day. I don't like that either. Where am I going? Oh, sexual harassment. It happens. And it happens to men though. Let's get into that. It happens to men and they can't really talk about it. They get sexually harassed on their job. Some may go for it. Some may be like, I'm uncomfortable, whatever. So this has nothing to do with male or female. Males, they get sexually harassed on their job and they don't talk about it. Their boss want to screw you. And you kind of feel obligated. And if you don't screw your boss, things might get hairy for you. You may feel a little uncomfortable because you rejected your boss. Male or female. Male. I'm on male. Y'all go through this and y'all don't talk about it. Your female boss that want to screw you, but you don't because you trying to keep boundaries and you want to be professional, and then she start messing with you. I was about to curse. Wow. She start fucking with you. She start messing with you. And you like, what? Okay. Males go through this too. Back to me. So, that's what it was. And then they sprung up with the training. And I wanted to tell somebody, but I was working for a private um it's just really, it's not I work for the city, but at this point private, it's like a personal, it's private. People get money and they start a business privately, personally, privately. So they'll create a whole building, whatever. It's private sector. Okay, that's what I was. It's private. It's private sector. I've worked in private sector for years. Foster care. It's private sector. And you wonder why these kids be getting abused, because it's private. So when you get out, all right, back to this is private sector with this individual, and that's it. Sexual harassment. It is unlawful to harass a person, in parentheses, in applicant or employee, because of that person's sex. Harassment can include quote unquote sexual harassment. Okay. Our welcome or excuse me, or welcome or God, or unwelcomed sexual advances, requests for sexual favors, and other verbal or physical harassment of a sexual nature. So I've been a victim of, survivor. I'm not a victim, so I don't know what wording to use right now. What I know is that you can be on your job and feel a way. So let's spread it out a little bit. It's not like somebody think you cute and they just be like, it's not that. It's not that. It's not like somebody is fond of you and they like you. They like you. And they kind of show that, they kind of show that they like you. They might give you a cookie, or your favorite cookie. They might be like, I know you liked, that. It's different. And you know it's different. Sexual harassment on the job is real. And I couldn't even report it because I didn't even trust leadership. So I think it got really bad because all of a sudden we had a training. All of a sudden, okay, sexual harassment. Okay, we working with kids. I've had many teachings and learnings, and I don't even know, sexual harassment. Okay, that's when I was in there. I was sitting there like, oh my God, this is me. Leering. It's the look. It's a look of lust, which I like the look of lust. I do. Oh, I like it. I like the look of lust. Not on my job. All right. Someone, this same person, the supervisor, and it's two people. It's two people. He really, really said out his mouth, Miss Pitts, your breasts look bigger. All right, that's harassment, and it's not acceptable. And that's when I was on the toilet thinking like this is something's not right. So I was like in a moment of my own moment, but I was still thinking about the moment. So I was just like, oh my God, this ain't right. This ain't right. And then we had a training after that. I ain't say nothing. Excuse me. What makes me think it was running rampant up in there. And somebody said something, and somebody was like, oh. Anyway, let me close. Sexual harassment. All right, I'm going to go here. And I'm going to go. I was like in, what's it? Middle school, high school. I think middle school, 8th grade. 8th grade is like the last step. So, all right. Anyway, I had a teacher. I'm a squeeze this up real tight because that's my life. But anyway, I had a teacher, but I'm gonna tell everything. I had a teacher where computers, we never had computers. I was born in 1975. So growing up, computers in the classroom was like a good thing. We all had one. So he was the computer teacher, but he was also a math teacher, I think. So he kind of whatever. I'm saying it. I'm getting on. My teacher gave me a shoulder massage in class in front of everybody. And I'm speaking because sometimes children do not understand, right? So my teacher gave me a massage on my shoulders. And I knew it was wrong. It wasn't long, it was really short, but he kind of he massaged my shoulders. Like you give a person, it was like that. And I knew it was wrong. All right. I said nothing. I didn't tell my parents. I didn't tell a kid. I didn't tell nobody. But here we are years later. And my teacher, well, I'm dabbing. My teacher, he kind of gave me a massage or whatever. Anyway, I think I'm done. One of my cousins told me one time that she went to school with someone and her grandfather wrote her a love letter. Listen, sexual harassment is real in the workplace. Women go through it all the time. Men go through it all the time. No one's speaking out. Before I go. All right. What are the 3 types of harassment? Verbal, physical, verbal, visual, physical. So, shout out to the men though, because I know that y'all go through this, and women or men, or men, people come after you and throw you things sexually. It's advances that you do not want. You don't want it. But you're a man. So you kind of like, okay, I'm a man, whatever. You don't want it. And the sad part is a lot of men, their bosses, their superiors are sexually harassing them or giving them, it's like leverage. It's like they're holding something over you, men and women. What behaviors are considered harassment? What behaviors are considered harassment? Offensive conduct may include, but is not limited to, offensive jokes, slurs, epithets. I just learned to say that. Or name calling, physical assaults or threats, intimidation, ridicule or mockery, insults or put downs, offensive objects or pictures, and interference with work performance. So, people, if you are experiencing any of this, say something. I couldn't because the place I was working at, oh my God, I can get real ugly right now. Where I was working, it would not have mattered. So I just shut up. And I knew. So if you feel like you're being abused or offended or assaulted, say something. However, you got to be smart. Put your thinking cap on. I couldn't do it because I knew the agency that I was working with, So just know. I be wanna go, but I be wanna stay. What does sexually harass means? Sexual harassment is any unwanted sexual behavior that makes someone feel upset, scared, offended, or humiliated, or is meant to make them feel that way. Sexual harassment is a type of sexual violence. The phrase we use to describe any sexual activity or act that happened without consent. Listen, because I'm gonna go, because I think I'm getting a little, I'm getting a little whatever. So I'm gonna go. If you feel that something is not right, it's not right. Period. And I'm gonna go. I'm triggered. My name is Erica LaShawn. Please like, share, and subscribe. Thanks. Bye.